Good evening, everyone. Mr. Rage 22 coming at you guys with a new video. Hope you all are doing well today or tonight, whatever your timeline is. Um, and we're coming at you guys with another video. Now, this is going to be my second video on the current state of Dead by Daylight. And yes, this is going to be another Rage rant. And that is going to be, by the way, I just want to say that it's going to be a new element that will be added to my channel. These little rants that I'll be making about all kinds of things, ranging from games, movies, topics, anything you could think of. I have already made one about Rockstar Games. I will leave a link in the description if you guys would like to check it out. That video is currently standing at 45 views, so if you guys can check out that video, I'd really appreciate it. I go into great detail about the rise and fall of Rockstar Games. It's a really good video. I don't mean to be cocky and brag, but it's a really good video. Definitely check it out. But we're making another one, because in today's video we are talking about the current state of Dead by Daylight, Behavior Interactive, and why, unfortunately, so unfortunate, Dead by Daylight is now officially the worst game ever. So, the first thing I want to talk about, I was watching TURJ's channel. He's a very popular Dead by Daylight YouTuber and streamer, at least now he is. He has given up the game, but he's making a couple more videos. I'm not entirely sure why, but apparently, Dead by Daylight has a new problem, and as if skill-based matchmaking wasn't enough, now we have a problem. It's still behavior's fault. Don't get me wrong. It's still behavior's fault because what they're doing and how they are assisting in this problem is failing to do something about it. But if you guys don't already know, hackers are becoming a very serious problem in Dead by Daylight. And I don't want to hear any of you fucking assholes say, "Well, I don't have any hackers in my game and I play on PC. I don't got any hackers." Okay, asshole, just because you haven't had any hackers, you can't really speak for the rest of the community and those who have encountered these hackers. And I've seen other YouTubers who are showing the exact same thing. It's not just TURJ. Hackers are becoming a very serious problem in Dead by Daylight. Now, all kinds of games have hackers. A very popular game, Call of Duty Warzone, that game is loaded with hackers as well. But similar to Activision, behavior for some reason is just ignoring this problem, similar to a lot of the modern children's parents these days. They just ignore them and just don't give a shit about what they do. That's what it's like for behavior. It's like the hackers are the children and behavior is the parents, and they don't care what trouble they're getting into. But that's even worse their part. These hackers, they're not getting into any trouble, they're not facing any consequences. At least that's what I've heard. But anyways, specifically on PC, I don't think this is on Xbox, PlayStation, or if people even fucking play on Nintendo Switch. I don't think it's on consoles yet, and thank God for that. But I know that the game is mostly popular on PC, and that's where a lot of the players are. But even for console players, this is bad because, as you know, crossplay is unfortunately a thing. So this is a problem for console players as well. Because if you have crossplay on, then obviously you're going to be able to play with PC players and these PC players who are hackers, obviously, because you can only hack on PC for now. I hope I didn't jinx it, but whatever. But yeah, hackers are becoming a very serious problem in the game. If you don't know, basically, there's all kinds of things they could do. They could break the game. They could like not make the end game collapse come, and they could even trap the killer inside the game, and the killer will be forced to leave. Like they'll have to quit the game because what these hackers can do is they could actually just make the game not end. Like even with end game collapse, like the timer, it'll just be infinity. And when these when the killer is forced to leave, they will then get the penalty, because for DCing, and that makes it 10 times worse. The second thing they could do is they could give themselves invincibility. They won't be able to die. They could give themselves super speed. Just all of the above. They could basically just make themselves unkillable, and they could also break the game. And what do you think the fuckers at Behavior do? Not a goddamn thing. Because you could report these hackers, right? You could try and report them, and nothing will happen. And you know how at the end game chat you could like give the player props, or you could like explain if something went wrong with them, like if they were doing something bad. You could report these players directly to Behavior, and they won't do anything about it. And like if you're someone who's watching this in the future, and if Behavior actually manned the fuck up and actually done something about these hackers, and you're like, well, it's fixed now, so like delete the video, you're just gonna start hating. even if they do fix it in the future, why is it taking so long? These hackers are literally ruining the game. And I know that the game has always had hackers, but skill based matchmaking actually makes this worse, and I'll explain that in a minute. But like these hackers, I'm not sure. Like, are these new players or are these just people who just want to ruin the game, or are they just like I don't understand. My theory is like they're new players. They might be new players, and they suck. Okay, they either suck at Survivor or they suck at Killer because I know that even killers can hack as well. Trust me, I know that, but it's mostly for survivors. But you know what? For both sides, killer and survivor, it's all the same thing. Hackers all the same thing. They fuck up the game for everyone else, but I think these are new players and they don't know how to play the game or it frustrates them, so they're gonna use their little hacks and their all their resources to hack the game. So that's why I think they might be new players because like if someone is good at this game, I don't think they're going to hack because like if you're good at a game, any game, not just Dead by Daylight, if you're good at a game and you still decide to hack, then you're a fucking dick, okay? You're a fucking dickhead if you actually decide to do that shit because you're risking termination of your account and banned it from the game in general. But like obviously behavior, not doing shit, whatever. But yeah, that I think they're new players. I'm pretty sure they're new players. They very well could be. Um, Yeah, let me know what you guys think because I don't think good players, either a good killer or a good survivor, would want to hack the game because they know the risk for it. Because I'm not sure if these people know that behavior doesn't give a shit, but they might think because in their minds, any game company is gonna ban you for hacking their game. But well, behavior being behavior, not giving a shit about anything except for cosmetics and making money. But they also could just be people who want to ruin the game, and for those type of people, quite simply, fuck you. Fuck you. Anyone who wants to ruin a game for like other people just because you think it's funny or just because you want to be a massive piece of shit, just fuck you, okay? Seriously, fuck you. Seriously, just fuck you. You're an asshole if you decide to do that shit. But yeah, Dead by Daylight, after what's going on, like, this game is garbage. This is the worst fucking game ever. And it pains me to say that because originally, I used to love this game back in the day. I've been playing the game for a while now, and I used to love this game back in the day. And seeing what it has become, it's the exact same pain with Rockstar games. And that makes me so depressed, as if I already wasn't depressed enough. This makes me even more depressed. My favorite games of all time are slowly becoming just massive pieces of shit that I don't even want to look at anymore, and it makes me want to kill myself. Because the same shit happened with Rockstar Games. It's actually almost the same story. There are hackers in GTA Online, except Rockstar is also really greedy. But I think behavior is definitely worse because at least GTA Online doesn't have skill based matchmaking, although it doesn't need skill based matchmaking to encounter a toxic piece of shit because you know we all know what GTA Online is. That game is just like GTA Online is so toxic. You have to wear a gas mask just to interact with it. So, but anyways, enough of that shit. Um, yeah, and speaking of greed, the modding community for Dead by Daylight, like these people who they're like they would make like modded cosmetics, really cool stuff. Like they would make modded cosmetics for both killer and survivors, and it was pretty cool. And these people like they put a lot of time and effort to make these mods. And guess what behavior decides to do? They fucking banned all of them. You mean to tell me you have people who are literally fucking your game in the ass, you don't do shit, but instead you decide to ban innocent modders who are just putting some ideas into the game? Or maybe it's because you're not going to be making any money off of that. That's the most greediest shit I have ever heard. Behavior is so much more worse than you thought. If Outlast ever gets a DLC for this game, I will actually either kill myself or I will send terrorists to blow up Behavior Interactive's building or whatever, their base of operations or whatever. Because this game is garbage. And Behavior are greedy as shit. Behavior is actually no better than Rockstar Games, to be honest, because even Rockstar don't give a shit, and this depresses me so much. This puts so much fucking depression on me because these companies used to be so good. Behavior and Dead by Daylight back in the day, this game was so much fun, and same with GTA. Oh my god, This makes me sad. This honestly makes me so sad. My anger is slowly turning into even more depression because of this shit. Because at first I was just angry, but now when I really think about it, all my favorite game companies are turning into just greedy, non-caring assholes. If this happens to Red Barrels or Techland, I swear to God, man, I might actually just take my own life. Because video games is like, I don't know, maybe I gotta find a new hobby. I gotta get the fuck away from this shit. This is putting too much stress on me. All right, let me try and get back to the rant. I'm supposed to be Mr. Rage. I'm supposed to be angry and stuff. I'm just trying to keep in character, but anyway, um and yeah, once again, skill-based matchmaking. This was implemented into game to try and fix the unbalancedness of the old ranking system, right? Well, guess what? Skill-based matchmaking makes it even worse. I swear to God, when I first started playing Dead by Daylight with the new matchmaking system, like I swear to God, man, like I'm not sure how this thing works yet. Oh yeah, I went up against two iridescents, and the other two were like, were it's got like the, I forgot what you call it, but like they were still higher rank than me. So how do you explain that skill-based matchmaking was implemented to fix the unbalancedness, and yet on my first time playing with the new system, the new matchmaking system, I went up against two iridescent players, and I'm Ash rank 4, meaning I'm the lowest rank. And keep in mind, this was my first time returning to the game, and this was my first match with the new skill-based matchmaking. It's still unbalanced, and skill-based matchmaking in general is garbage. I'm sorry, but for anyone who likes skill-based matchmaking, please, like, I'm trying not to be rude, but please just explain why. Like, what is going through your mind? How could this be good for any game? I can't see this be implemented into any game because skill-based matchmaking is garbage. Just because you're really good at a game, that doesn't mean that you should, like, that doesn't mean you gotta go up against other really good players. Because, like, for example, like, this is how skill-based matchmaking works, right? It detects how good you are at the game, and then it will put you up against really, really good players. But you still may get your ass kicked, and you'll still get frustrated because you may not even be as good as you thought. To be honest, you could think that you're really good and it's fair, but like skill-based matchmaking could still mess that up. And like, I feel like it would have been so much better if they could have put two modes. One mode for people who like skill-based matchmaking, and one mode for people who just want the old ranking system back. Because I understand that there's some hardcore gamers out there. All right, I understand that. And like, for those people, I don't understand how, but like, to some people, video games mean more to them than anything. And they think that being really, really, really good at a game, like, means that means something, right? They think that being super good at a video game means that it means something really good and like they're special or something, or like it's not, okay? Being good at a video game is a decent skill to have, but just because you're really good at a video game, that doesn't make you some kind of big shot, okay? I'm getting off topic here, but I just want to talk about this real quick. Hardcore gamers, like, I don't get them. I don't understand their mentality. When you play a video game, it's supposed to be a way to just wind down and just relax and just have some fun. And I understand this is some people's way of having fun. Like hardcore gamers, like they play to win and stuff, but their way of play completely defeats the purpose of the game because hardcore gamers try hard. They try really hard to win. That's all they think about is just playing to win. And those type of players ruin it for the ones who just want to play casually. And that's why skill-based matchmaking is so bad. Because, for example, someone could be doing really good at a game, right? They could be doing really good at a game, but they're still playing casually. And then skill-based matchmaking basically puts that person up against a really sweaty, hardcore tryhard. That really ruins it for the other guy. Like, you gotta think about the other guy. And that's not the other person's fault for just being good at the game because they're still having fun. Meanwhile, the other person on the other side is trying so hard to win, it just ruins it for the other guy. It's not fun anymore. That's why skill-based matchmaking is so bad. It wouldn't be a problem if it would be putting these hardcore tryhards up against each other, but skill-based matchmaking obviously doesn't do that, but it would have done that if they could just put two modes instead. One mode for the ones who want skill-based matchmaking, one mode for the ones who don't. It's kind of like crossplay. Like in the game Dead by Daylight, there's an option to disable crossplay. Why can't they do that with skill-based matchmaking? Why can't they disable the option for skill-based matchmaking? Because I think even behavior knew that not everyone would agree with this. And for those who do agree with it, I'm sorry. I got a friend, and she is like she agrees with skill-based matchmaking. She don't have a problem with it, but anyone who agrees with skill-based matchmaking is stupid. Okay, it's a terrible thing for any online game. But yeah, and not only that, but the game was already unbalanced without the ranking system because, as you know, Dead by Daylight is really heavily survivor sided. Gen speeds and map coverage and palettes, everything. It's extremely easy to loop the killers. Like, just look on some videos, like, look up, like, looping killers for 10 minutes or, like, looping killers until they rage quit. Like, you could see it from there. And sure, you could say, well, those are just bad players. But that wouldn't be a problem if the game was just a little bit more balanced like Friday the 13th was. As much as I hate Friday the 13th, that game was way more balanced on both sides. Well, at least kind of. It's still pretty easy to loop Jason because he's slow as fuck. He's like a fucking turtle, but that's just the undead ones. But anyways, yeah, you know, as much as I hate the game now, it really pains me to see it in this state because I remember, I remember the first time I ever booted up this game, and it was such a wonder, such a joy playing this game for the first time. I remember when I first played Killer, my first kill I played as Trapper because I didn't know which one to choose, so I just picked the first killer I saw. And man, when I first downed someone, I was looking for the how to kill button. I was wondering like, how do I kill this person? I downed him. How do I kill them? I didn't even know how to hook someone, and it was just so goddamn fun, man. It was so much fun, and I missed that. I missed those days. And I remember when I would play custom games, like I would make a group post on Xbox, and I would meet so many fun people in custom games and shit. And I would end up staying up all night, having so much fun with these new people. And some of those people that I met in the group post for the customs, those people would actually end up being some of my really good friends. So like I had a lot of good memories with this game, and seeing it in its current state, it makes me sad. It almost brings tears to it almost brings tears down my face, man. Like I don't think I'm crying yet, but it hurts. It really does hurt because this used to be like this was a really beloved game to me. This game meant so much to me, and now every time I play it, I don't feel like I'm having fun. I don't feel like I'm enjoying it. I feel stress and depression. It's I don't even enjoy playing Survivor anymore because I never did. I like playing Killer. That's where I got most of my fun from. Survivor was fun too, but now it's just do gens all day, and if you get hooked, try and hope to get saved, and just it's just not fun anymore. And I don't know what to say. Behavior, you guys have ruined what was once an amazing game, and it puts a lot of stress and pain on me because personally I used to really love this game. I had a lot of fun with it. Sure, you could say you could still enjoy customs, you could still find new people, but that's just one side to it anymore. I want to play public too, but I can't now. Between the hackers and the skill based matchmaking, I just can't play this game anymore. And if you're not enjoying a game, if you're not having fun with it, then that completely defeats the purpose of why you're playing that game in the first place. Because for most people, when they play a video game, their intention is to have fun. And when you're not having fun with it, what's the sense in trying to play it anymore? And like I said earlier, I don't. That's what I don't get about these hardcore players or these esports players or whatever. How could you have fun with a video game if you're trying so hard to win and it's not even real? That's why I don't get about these hardcore players. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna need therapy after this, or maybe for the rest of my life. I don't know, but anyways, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you disagree with any of the opinions in this video, please don't be a dick about it. Just leave it down why you disagree in the comments. Just no need for hatefulness or anything like that. It's not necessary. Don't be a dick. I've already got enough of that in my personal life. Just please don't do it right now. I really can't deal with it. But if you agree, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about Dead by Daylight. Are you still having a lot of fun with the game? What do you think about it? What are your opinions on what's going on with it? Let me know about that good stuff because I want to hear what you guys think. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I will see you in my next upload. This is Mr. Rage signing off. Bye bye, guys, and have a good night.